Yo, what is good guys? It's Roger here with the Shoe Cutters. Great to see you back, and if it's your first time finding our channel, welcome. Hope you can stick around because today we're going to show you how to customize your heritages to the Travis Scott Fragments. And trust me, we are not taking any shortcuts on this one. Now before we jump into this, I'm going to quickly plug our Instagram below where you can keep up to date with everything we've got going on, so don't forget to follow us over there. Alright guys, let's start off by going through the tools and supplies you're going to need to pull this one off. Seam rippers, pliers, X-Acto knife, vinyl weeder, scratch awl, deglazer or acetone, black leather dye, black paint, white paint, matte sealer, cream stainer pen, leather filler, tweezers, fine grit sanding paper, masking tape. The first step is to remove the lateral swoosh. Fill the stitch holes and paint the lateral panel so we can make it look as clean as possible. And just to manage some expectations, we won't be able to completely make the holes disappear, but it will look a lot better than leaving them unfilled, and for me that's definitely worth the effort. When you get to the safety stitch, we'll need to cut around it so we don't break any of those threads. So take your time and use the tweezers or scratch awl to help. Once the swoosh is removed, I'm going to tape up some of the areas I don't want any of the filler to be applied to, then we can start filling it in. It's best to apply several thin layers rather than one heavy coat. I've done 3 layers in total and sanding in between each. Once the filler is applied, it's best to let it air dry for about 10 to 20 minutes, or you can use a hairdryer to accelerate the curing time. Once your holes are filled and the panel is nice and smooth, we're going to prepare both sides for airbrushing. Now you can also just hand paint it if you don't have an airbrush, and if that's the case, you won't need to apply any masking tape and paper towel covers like what I'm doing here. Now before we can paint, we'll need to first remove the finish off the swoosh with some deglazer and then apply a layer of black leather dye. Now unfortunately the airbrushing footage was corrupted, so I've only got some quick phone clips of this process, but hopefully it gives you an idea. So our next step is to attach the reverse swoosh. But before we can do that, we need to prepare a couple of things like the placement, creating a gap at the sole sidewall to tuck the bottom of the swoosh, and puncturing some stitch guides on the swoosh. Now that you have the swoosh securely glued on, let's bring it over to the patcher sewing machine to stitch it up. If you don't have one of these machines, you can also do it manually by hand. Next up, we're going to apply the cactus jack and fragment tags to the tongue, and we're going to do it the right way so you don't see any stitches on the backside. Yes, this will take a bit longer, but it'll also look nice and factory, just how we like it to be. We're going to need to partially deconstruct the tongue, so that means unstitching the tongue binding, the tag placement stitches, and the inner tongue stitches. Then we're going to remove the top layer from the foam, apply the tag in the corner with some double-sided tape, stitch it on, stitch the two tongue pieces together, re-stitch the tag safety stitches, and finally the binding. Alright, let's check this out. That wasn't too hard, right? Now after all that hard work, we're going to move on to one of the funnest parts, which is aging the midsole to a nice cream color. I'm going to be using Foxtrot Uniform's Cream Stainer pen. Check out the link in the description, they have a whole bunch of other cool customization tools on there too. If you're using it for the first time, test the ink flow by pumping the tip on some paper until the ink flow is nice and consistent. Then slowly apply the pen on your midsole, best to do long even strokes. Once the entire midsole has been applied, you can use the alcohol pad to lighten the intensity of the ink and get a more uniform finish. If you feel it needs to be darker, you can keep applying until you get the desired result. I've done it 2 times to get this result. Okay, we are finally at the last step, which I find to be the quickest and easiest, applying the cactus face and fragment decals, which you can make if you have a vinyl cutting machine using some heat transfer vinyl. All we're going to do is get lined up in position, best if you have a photo to reference from. Once you're happy with that, we're going to use a mini iron tool to transfer the vinyl onto the leather. You'll see the film start to peel off once the vinyl is secured down, which you can then slowly pull off. And with that done, we have successfully completed the full Air Jordan 1 heritage to fragment customization. Here's the other shoe I did off camera so you can see the other logos. Alright, if you've made it this far, I already know you want to learn more about how to customize sneakers. So if you haven't done it already, hit that sub button and like this video. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos we drop. And trust me, we got some heat coming soon that you don't want to miss. Alright y'all, thanks for watching and I'll see you all next time. Peace.